The what?
The Hunting Wives.
And should I be watching
On Netflix? Is it good?
Okay.
I heard it's very
Yeah,
campy.
that was actually my original selection for I'm Obsessed before I switched into Mariah Carey's album.
Oh, really?
It was going to be The Hunting Wives. Yeah, that was my second option.
Cute. Well, okay, I'll circle back.
Well, I would just like to let both of you know about yourselves. There's things I see in you, things I acknowledge in you, and things I understand about you, even if you don't think I see it.
Okay.
Shut the hell up, Muzzy.
Oh, that's Muzzy. Oh.
No, that was Lisa.
That was Lisa. Okay, because I was
that's what Lisa said.
Lisa. Yeah,
that's what Lisa. That was Lisa's way. Yeah, no, in the group when she was in the group in the beginning, she said that, and I was like, Lisa, that's not a compliment. That you're just saying you acknowledge her existence. That's all.
I don't give a damn. This episode has so much
Lisa,
backpedaling. I couldn't even pay attention.
Don't
everybody was
backpedal down, can you?
They were front pedaling.
Well, actually, everybody except for Muzzy. She the only one that stood 10 toes down.
Oh, she's Muzzy is caught up 20 years ago.
I would be calling the people on Muzzy
with the
if
daddy.
She was my mother. Oh, the father was definitely going.
Well, before we jump into all that, let's introduce ourselves because maybe someone's watching for the first time and maybe there's someone watching that can't hear us. But hey, everybody, welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down podcast. I'm Jared.
I'm Poe Theory.
And I'm Danielle.
And although we got a head start, we are here to recap Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 6, episode 4. A chill episode, but still entertaining. I feel like this was the first episode of Salt Lake City that I can remember in a long time that didn't have an all cast event, because normally they like notoriously have an all cast event every episode. Well, I guess we started off with one, so technically, yeah.
It was still there.
Yeah, it was there. So speaking of, yes, we pick up the episode right where we left off at Lisa's failed press conference. Whitney is still outside.
Party, Jared.
Oh, the Clarity luncheon. I'm sorry. Whitney's still outside crying, and we pick up in the middle of Lisa and Angie because Lisa, Master Deflector, is now deflecting her attention to Angie and her 1.5 hair salons that she owns.
Now, riddle me this. She said you own 1.5. She was adamant about the half of them. She was adamant that you're only 50% of that other half of that salon, and the other half is franchise, sweetie. You don't own that. But again, is that not good though? That's what I wasn't getting. I'm like, she has a franchise business. Isn't her like? Doesn't that mean something?
Yes, I didn't get that. So I don't know if Angie franchises the locations from someone else, or if she started them and then franchises them out. I'm assuming she franchises them from someone else.
Yeah, it's literally just like if you wanted to have like a Chick-fil-A or a McDonald's. It's like you don't want to create like an old lady gang. So you like, okay, I want something that's tried and true. Right. One of the reasons that Shaq is so wealthy because he has like 1,000,001, like I forget which franchise he has, but he has like 1,000,001 of them.
He has a lot of them.
Yeah, like he has a lot of those things.
Yeah, he has a lot. Well,
and I think if you don't want to have to like build it from the ground up, you just kind of want like name recognition, that's what you would do.
Yeah. I didn't understand how that was a dig. That's why I was like, is that not good though? Because does that not mean she's still a successful businesswoman?
Yes.
Right.
Now, what was a dig was the way that Angie started dragging Fresh Wolf, the sea lion.
Dusty on the shelves. Oh my God. Now.
Go ahead.
Now, riddle me this. Is it just me, or was it that my first time ever hearing about that product at all in the history of Salt Lake?
They introduced it, I want to say, season 2.
But that also kind of proves your point.
I haven't seen it. Okay.
But Heather pipes in and for some reason gives a recap that I felt like was pretty pointless. And then then goes into the fact that Lisa is afraid to be vulnerable with the group. And then Lisa responds by being vulnerable with the group. And finally she kind of pipes down. I was gonna ask, so yeah, what do we think about this?
It's the the age-old adage, like when they say don't go into work doing the 10 because they always gonna expect for you to do the 10, and just being a human, you're not always gonna be that 10. I think because Lisa's vulnerability has always been at like a -2. any moment that she says something of a semblance of a regular human being that's not a
Yeah, you can't
sociopath,
take.
they eat it up. They love it.
Well,
And
yeah.
so I think that is kind of what happened. So from my viewpoint, if she were my friend, I did not see any vulnerability. But for them, great.
I don't think they saw it either. I think they know Lisa, and the
Yeah.
best way to shut Lisa up is to say, "Okay, Lisa, you're right. Let her talk. You have to actually just let Lisa yap and make her believe that she's doing something right. She's the type of person you have to almost manipulate into believing that they are right, even though we know they're wrong, but we have to shut them up."
Yeah.
I didn't believe any of it. No.
And I mean, honestly, at this point, Lisa had gotten the hell beat out of her verbally, so I really don't think she had anywhere else to go but to just kind of settle down.
She lost because you know what, when she realized she lost. She realized she lost when the girls kept, because we noticed, remember last episode when she was like to Meredith, "No, I believe you." We know the nasty part of Lisa did not believe that. We know they're still trying to savage their relationship back to what it used to be. So there's a little part of Lisa was like, yeah, she probably didn't say anything because they're all dragging her for not saying something. And then when Heather jumped in, that's when she realized she lost, which then comes down to her doing her speech.
I think the nicest thing she said was actually about Heather, but she said something along the lines of, "I support you the most, so I'm your biggest supporter." Like, I love y'all. Like, y'all are great friends to me.
Right.
But if y'all are my best supporters, like my strongest supporters, what does that say like about the people that I'm like my family or like you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's like, who the fuck are you, Lisa? What about her daughters? Or like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I guess maybe she's speaking specifically to the group.
They're family. How dare you say that over Whitney?
Maybe but maybe she was speaking specifically to the group.
She wasn't. I thought she was being funny because everything that Lisa does is intent and is being anything that Lisa does is intentional. Just don't ever think she said. Just don't ever think she said anything just because she said it. Just the yap.
I see, but that's the thing. I actually do believe that is who Lisa is, because she is so entrenched into her own world that I honestly don't believe that Lisa is walking around being calculating. Like, just how she moves and how she responds. Remember when I said that's who I wanted to calm down?
Okay.
She's not artful in the way that she defends herself. There are moments where, like, even with this whole thing with Angie, she could have easily been the victim towards Angie. When Angie said that you were like, she's like Jen Shaw, she should have milked that. I can't believe you said that about me, yada, yada, yada. She could have played the victim, but she couldn't. Her emotions wouldn't allow her. So that's why I feel like she's actually not calculating. She allows her emotions to lead her.
Well, you know she's a Sagittarius.
Ooh,
excuse me, you pronounced that incorrectly. You know how to say it. One more time. Sagittarius. She's a Sagittarius.
Oh my God.
Yeah, them things are horrible.
Those are some flip-floppy people.
She acts very similar from someone that was, losing it on Twitter a couple weeks ago.
Child, and the person that bought me these wine glasses, child.
Oh my God.
December the 11th. She's a Sagittarius too.
A couple of my friends gonna drag me if they watch this.
Oh my God.
My last note to wrap this up with this scene and the way that it ended was like, this franchise always reminds me of, they almost, not all the way, but they almost fill that void from OG Roni that I have, because the way that these ladies would just drag each other to hell and then just, okay, we good. Like, it's just, I love the way they can move on.
Yes.
Yeah, no, fair.
Kudos.
Fair. No, that's a good point.
Kudos.
That is a really
That's a very good point. That is the only franchise that was able to successfully do it. Yeah.
So then we move on. Oh, so I know I normally don't go into the transitional scenes, but I did just want to note that I feel like this idea that Meredith has for her shop and having a caviar speakeasy, I feel like it's kind of genius.
Oh, fabulous adventure. Are you kidding me? First of all, the caviar is doing really well. Let's just say that. They've done pop-ups in the city. The caviar is doing really well. Partnerships. So she's trying to sell. The jewelry has not sold one unit. But
Monaco's in there still in it, child.
Well, the pieces that Monica did not lift or boost online, they weren't moving in store. So this was perfect marketing for the product that is not selling. Put it in front of the store, little tiny market, good for you. Kudos.
Also, we find out that Whitney is jumping back on the pole due to her failed business. So that's happening.
No, but did you understand when she said that though? We all remember Whitney on the pole. That was when she was unhinged and she didn't care about the glitz. She didn't have the money. She didn't have like she was just one of the girls who was affiliated with the Salt Lake City girls and she just got on the show. We were trying to still figure out why she even made it. So I enjoyed Whitney on the pole. And the fact that Justin lives for it, I mean, they both ain't got no jobs, so they ain't got nothing else to do. They might as well do a little OnlyFans, might make a couple dollars.
Oh, literally a couple. That's who paying to watch that.
They could probably make a couple dollars. She could just take that orange wig off. Well, some
Mm.
people
She
may
could
like
be a
the orange
stag
wig.
couple or like a cuck couple.
That's what I'm saying. And I have him down for being a cuckold. I can see it.
Yeah.
I got him.
Okay.
I have him down for that. Allegedly.
But again, he still does have a nice face. Like he's not an unattractive man.
Yeah.
No,
Like
no.
he's not an unattractive man at all.
He's a little teddy bear.
He
Yeah.
is.
The beard looks great on him too.
Mm-hmm.
So we then get to Bronwyn and Lisa, who are meeting up at the Vita Lounge, and they have a nice little sit down to discuss where their friendship went wrong. They both kind of, well, Bronwyn more so, but they both kind of own up to the fact that they were literally just taking it to hell just to hurt each other.
Right.
And then Bronwyn mentions that she was still appreciative of Lisa for reaching out to Gwen's family, etc., etc. This sit down was kind of up and down for a second, but I feel like it was productive for the most part.
It was productive. I would just like to highlight that I don't think I've ever seen a housewife that I could honestly say that like I look at their style and say like, oh, that is so me. That set that Bronwyn had on,
Brown was everything.
that was me down. Like
I was trying to figure out who that was. I
think it's Kid Super.
I was gonna say I thought it was D Squared. Oh, okay.
Oh, that would be a good one. But yeah, it's Kid Super, and that set is everything. Like Bronwyn's style is just
we love
chef's
Bronwyn's
kiss.
style. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, this was a very interesting, but again, I think it was successful and productive to you guys' point for a sit down with Lisa, because we're still talking about a person who is A, in denial of everything, and B, anything that is put out on the table, she will automatically deflect from, especially if there is a hint of truth there. We know Lisa's never going to take accountability either. So Bronwyn was the perfect person to almost kind of pull those little things out of her. She wasn't quite successful all the way, but there were some points there. So it was like kudos. Because even at the end, when Bronwyn was like, yeah, I mean, well, you go low, but I mean, my words cut more. I was like, that's fair, Bronwyn.
Oh, I loved when she said that. She said, you get loud and I slice.
And I slice.
Mm-hmm.
So you can scream, sweetie, but also just know that I hurt you.
Yeah, I found that I have been more effective when I am cutting versus
Slice and dice,
yelling. Because when I'm cutting and my voice is even, the girls can't take. They be ready to kill me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a sociopath. I guess I slice and dice and I'm loud. So yeah.
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 At the end of the scene, once they get settled down, Bronwyn opens up a little bit about her family life, and then mentions in her confessional and discusses with Lisa that, you know, she is a lot more easygoing with Gwen because she doesn't want to be like her mom. And we find out later on in the episode exactly why she says this.
We knew from last episode why she didn't want to be like her mother. And now we really know why.
Child. I think Muzzy got Reba beat.
Muzzy honestly has Reba beat. Yeah.
I feel like we all owe Reba an apology.
To be honest with you, Reba, I'm about to backpedal. Reba, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm still not apologizing, but
wow. So you can apologize to Reba, this old white racist woman, but you can't apologize to Stephanie.
You know why? I'm sorry.
That's crazy. I want her right in there. I want her ass right in there. I was waiting for her to do it. Wow.
You know what? Reba, no. But you know what, though? But you didn't let me finish. Reba, I'm sorry we spent so much time
It's giving Van Jones. It's giving Van Jones.
Oh, don't ever call me Van. Don't ever play with me. No, Reba, I'm sorry we spent so much time on you. Because this right here is this is a horse of a different color. That muzzy, nasty, eyebrowed. Ugh.
That was hilarious. Then we then move over to Mary and her cousin Big Joe, who are
Hold on, Jared. Again, 2 days in a row. Cute shirt, girl.
oh, thank you.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
So we move
Big
on over to Mary
Joe.
and Big Joe to check in on the church and their renovations.
Yeah, Big Joe too.
He's not my type, but I was thinking that, and I was like, he's not a bad
He
looking
was
guy.
the more I looked at him, I said, "This is a nice looking older man." Like,
Too slow.
if he tried to holler at me in the club, I'd grab it in the club.
Too slow.
Well, you know.
Side note,
I don't like
you
that
know
country.
today's my daddy's birthday.
You said
Oh my
today's your
God.
daddy's birthday?
Yes, and guess who else's birthday it is? I never
same day as
realized
Charles'
it till
birthday?
today. Yes, girl. It just
And
hit me like
And
what the
Tony
hell?
Braxton.
Oh, happy birthday,
Oh,
Tony.
girl, not phony Braxton, but go ahead. Sorry.
Well, happy birthday to all
y'all
the
was really
Libras.
y'all was really about to give it to Big Joe like that for real.
I
No,
wasn't
Big
gonna
Joe
give it to
look
him,
good.
but he's not a bad looking guy. Like I said, he's not my
He's
cup
a-
of tea per se, but
They're
Y'all
nice
like,
looking.
Mhm.
They're a nice looking family. Like a
No, they're
nice
nice
looking.
looking
Her bloodline is nice looking.
Yes, they are a nice looking family.
now speaking
The
of her
church,
bloodline,
however.
yeah, this picture of Mama and Jesus that they always show is so unserious.
This is what I want. And can I just make this one note? Black people, thank God this little tidbit has kind of almost died with our grandparents' generation. Y'all need to stop doing them pictures with y'all and Jesus. Y'all need to stop. Y'all keep doing paintings too.
They put her with the white Jesus, and they put her with the white Jesus.
That's what I said. I was like, that's white Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
They are in Utah, honey.
Yep.
But we then discuss. Big Joe asked about Robert Jr. and then we transitioned into this conversation about Mary and the conflict with her mom and the situation with the church, which I really appreciated because I feel like we haven't talked about this in a long time on the show, maybe since like season 1. We haven't really dived into Mary's background. And we got a little bit of additional insight, which I didn't even know her mother had passed away.
No one, that wasn't addressed at all. Like we never heard about it. Yeah.
I knew it, but just from scrolling on the gram when it happened, that was it.
I also don't think we were aware that she was the one putting out all of those nasty articles. Like I remember to a certain extent. I didn't know that she was like basically solely behind the sabotage of Mary in the church. Like I didn't realize, or maybe I didn't remember.
Specifically after season 2, when Mary left the show and then her mom did this interview and was basically saying that like Mary was like a victim and she needs to be helped and yada yada yada. It was like a whole interview that I watched, I think on Facebook or something like that. But
nasty.
Yeah.
Rest her soul.
I think I'm gonna give Mary the award for just her trajectory, how she's shown, her trajectory and just how she's showing up. And because I'm not gonna lie, about the end of last season, I was like, oh, I love this Mary, and I had no faith that same Mary was coming back. And so to see that this same Mary is coming back and giving us more, and we're meeting different parts of her family, different people in her family, and her interacting and just honestly, like just becoming much more of a whole person in front of us. She's obviously always been a whole person, but giving us more of a whole person.
Yes.
And then also for people like me, where, you know, some people may view how I view family is like, wow, you feel that way about family? I'm like, I do. I feel like you have to work for what's supposed to come with those titles. Just because you are my mom doesn't mean you're supposed to just get those attributes. And I feel like when she said, when her mother passed away, she said it felt more solidified now that our relationship was over. And she made a face in that confession, like, ooh, was that bad?
Yeah.
And honestly, when she said it, it made me feel like, okay, I feel seen. Like, I don't feel so crazy feeling like that, because the world will make you feel bad for having those thoughts. And it's like, no, just because we share blood, you could be you could be a horrible person to me, you know?
Yeah.
Well, agreed. I enjoy this part of Mary, really.
I do too. I think that's it. Okay. Anything else on that scene before?
Just that what's his name? Big Joe?
Yeah.
Big Joe, holla at me.
Big Joe took a year.
I can't call him Big Joe. My dad's name is Joseph.
See, Big Joe
child.
took a damn year to fix the church up, and he still got nails sticking out of the damn pews. Joe couldn't fix nothing for me.
And then gonna talk to me, you notice everything. Yeah, Joe. We notice a half-ass job.
Joe, I paid you. And you heard what she said, because family be milking it. Joe, you was been on payroll for a year, Joe, and you half-assed it. Come on now.
The contractor, the misappropriating funds.
Don't have the damn congregation coming in there getting stabbed.
Can you imagine? And then Sue and Mary and the church.
Right. We then move over to Angie at her salon, which I was also happy to see, because another thing I felt like we never saw was Angie at any of these salons that she alleged. Any of the 1.5 salons, we've never seen her there. But Angie's at the salon. She is allegedly on a quest to renew her cosmetology license. So she does some kind of weird hairstyle on Heather. I don't know what that was.
She gave her a perm, girl. She gave her a perm.
Was it a perm? I mean,
and it's not the perm
curls.
that we're
not
used
give
to.
her a perm.
Yeah, that was a white person's perm. You didn't hear when she said,
No, she said
perm. She said, I didn't even have
joking.
to. I didn't even have to.
She was joking.
Oh,
she was joking. She said, "I'm going to give you a perm," and then that's when Heather was like, "You told me you were going to do anything permanent." She was joking.
Well, what were those? Because she said she didn't put no product in there either. So what?
That's what she was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Danielle, if she ain't put no product in there, she ain't get a bitch a perm.
Well, I ain't never had a white person perm. I use just for me. I grew up with
I know a white, but I thought
a white person's perm is to make a hair curly.
Hair curly, right?
Yeah.
And but a black person's perm is to make it straight.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, she didn't have
lye. Well, it's illegal now to use lye.
We should not be doing that.
They was using lye. We was using lye at one point. If you bald headed now, you was using lye.
Well,
that's why I used to have such an issue with the whole thing with Blue Ivy, because I'm like, all you bitches are bald headed, and y'all got the nerve to be trying to tell Beyonce what to do with hair, and now look at all the hair Blue Ivy got, and look at y'all kids.
Bald headed.
It's crazy out here.
Saying that because my daughter isn't bald headed. So anyway.
Well, I know your daughter's not bald headed.
Oh, I'm only digging because my daughter's not bald headed. For the people that's gonna be like, well, what? Because I'm bald headed. So.
Are you done?
What? Got the cameras.
Anywho, as Angie is giving Heather her Angie is giving Heather her non-perm or perm or CBD. We found out about this super petty situation between Lisa and Angie, where Lisa sent her assistant to pick up all the Fresh Wolf products, which were in the storage room gathering dust. And then Lisa follows that up with a $600 Venmo, to which Angie drags her via text message about paying the people that she owes money to. I was just the situation was petty and funny, but I just understand where this came from, considering where they left off at after the lunch.
Was the $600 for the cleaning fee? What was that for? Was that for the Manhattan?
That's my other thing. Right. Or was it the products that was left over only worth $600? I was confused by the whole situation.
I wouldn't have Venmo'd it back either. Being funny, since you got so much money and you pay all your bills, I wouldn't have sent it back. Now what?
To my point earlier, here she goes, sitting at home, stewing, thinking about what Angie said about her son's products. And then she sends her assistant over there. But then Angie makes me mad, because then Angie responds, and this is me trying to take my own advice. Sometimes you just got to let somebody be shitty. And if she would have just allowed Lisa to be shitty, because like you just said, Jared, they ended it with saying nice things about each other. And then here comes Lisa coming out the blue with the assistant doing this. And then immediately when she sends you a Venmo and you say whatever the hell she responded and say, oh, take this money to pay the bills. If you would have just allowed Lisa to just be what she was doing, Lisa would look crazy. But now you're in the mud.
Yeah. Yeah. I still think Angie still won, because now, Lisa, you just look desperate. Because you're the one, just to your point. I agree. You still look desperate, because the fact, to your point, you still sat there and stewed, because we left that event at your Clarity luncheon, knowing that I said that about them products that never moved off the shelf. You came back the very next day and was like, oh, well, I'm pulling it right off the shelf. So you definitely did stew on that, and you lost. You lost. That's it. And Angie could have eaten you up a lot more, but she can't because she actually just doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the eat up girl to do that. Now, had she gone up against Bronwyn or Whitney with that, they'd have ate her up, in my opinion.
Speaking of Whitney, we move on to this scene that I could have done without, the one scene in this episode that didn't move me. But Whitney and Brittany meet up at the plant shop, and
This
get into
pissed me
this
off so
discussion
much.
about, oh my gosh, where Brittany is with Jared, and basically the fact that that having the most insane conversation that Whitney has to try to talk Brittany into not putting a man before her kids, which was insane to me, but also not uncommon, sadly.
It's
Why do
not
you say it's uncommon? Why do you say
no.
it's not uncommon?
Oh, the girls do it
I
all the
have
time.
known people
They
or
love
known
choosing me.
of
Yes.
certain people that will not like outright, but just you can see by their actions and by things that happen in their life that
Yeah.
they are prioritizing their man over their children, and not even their kids' father. It's like a whole other man.
A whole nother man, and she's just the first person. And to your point, Jared, very kudos, like regular schmegular people. And to your point, I think what was so difficult for me is that I actually heard it. I'm used to seeing the actions because these girls are not actively saying, "Oh, I'm choosing Joe Smo over the kids." Their actions are just showing us they're doing it over. She's just the first person to actually saying, "Well, I mean, I mean, he's my man. I want to really work through it with him, and she needs to take the back burner." Like, girl, what? I just never heard a real person say it. I
She
just
said
heard
it
her
was a
do it.
big ask.
Yeah.
Well,
very
I
disturbing.
struggle with that only because the reason that I question it is simply because ain't that what the religion teaches people to do?
Do what? What religion?
Put your partner or every one of them, put your partner before your kids, right? And we don't forget these people are Mormon, so that's not shocking to me that she would feel that way. And I feel like the reason that
see, this is what
when Whitney had that reaction, I feel like the reason that Whitney had that reaction was because she is the person that has been has the largest distance from the Mormon church in the way she does. She probably views her children in the way that we would view our children.
Okay, so let's
Does that
just
make
say
sense?
this. No, it makes sense, but this is why, to your point, and even so, Mormon Christianity is the same way. It's supposed to be God, your spouse, your children, right? Okay. In Brittany's case, that wouldn't actually even be valid because that's not your husband. In her community, that would be your husband, your child, not a fiance, not a special friend, not a life partner. That is your husband. So we were actually pulling the religion card. That wouldn't fly by her either. That's not your husband. Never was. And you've also said that she also said to the point that this is not the first man that she's done this with in regards to her daughter. She said her daughter basically is saying that she always does this. This is nothing new. So that's why I don't think the religion plays such a big part. Do you get what I'm saying in that sense? Why that she doesn't really have a fight in that? Because she's not married. Their whole religion is the marriage.
I just feel like I've
with the
seen.
child.
Yeah, but the whole point is to be married and you're not supposed to date and all that stuff. You're not supposed to have sex. And I think the goal is to get there. And we're not going to do this whole like religious thing. We're not going to beat it. But
of course,
I do believe that, like, I feel like I've seen that, like that reasoning of like, I'm trying to build a family. And in order for me to build that family, I do have to put you first, even though you aren't. Because I'm trying to be sanctified. I'm trying to get us down the aisle so I can be in that way. And in order for me to do that, I do have to make you a priority, even though you are not my husband.
Yeah, well, we'll never know because they're never getting married. He just snatched the ring back again.
No, I think that sums that up.
she ain't never get married, so we ain't got to worry about that.
And then we get to Muzzy and Bronwyn. Muzzy and Bronwyn have this conversation about the way that Bronwyn is raising Gwen, which Muzzy is obviously not here for. Where in which they transition to conversation about Bronwyn and how Muzzy feels about Bronwyn and her choices, and Muzzy is just off the chain with this conversation.
I think this is like piggybacking off of religion. As a person that's not religious, when I think about religion, Muzzy is the encapsulation of what really religious people how they
because
behave.
they truly believe their
And
shit.
to me, it's always the antithesis of like, but what do you believe? Because it's like the antithesis of like love and support and kindness. If she's saying this 20 years later, what you think she was saying to poor Bronwyn when she was pregnant? Bronwyn did give us an example, but like think about that. I feel so bad for Bronwyn. Like I was watching that scene, like, oh my God.
This was, and
Ugh,
and I don't know if you guys even and you guys even saw that it took Bronwyn a while to cry over the situation. Like she didn't immediately tear up when she was talking, but it was just cutting her so deep because it brought her back to that space when she was like, no, I did this by myself. And like her telling the little story about the baby, her going to Baby Gap and her other sisters being pregnant at the same time is what bothered her versus her having the whole conversation before that. This whole entire conversation was so triggering on so many levels. And any parent and anybody that's watching it who was a young parent or a teenage parent who didn't have 100% supportive family has absolutely felt like Bronwyn, where they counted you out. You couldn't do anything right. Who knows where the kid was going to end up, because you just going to end up just like your mom. That's number one. They always think that. And that was what was bothering me about Muzzy as well, because she was insinuating that Gwen is a bad kid. Like, well, she going to run off and do the same thing you doing too. And it's like, no, not necessarily. She's not. Just because I'm letting her boyfriend stay here. Why?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, what were we going to say to that?
Well, no, I was going to say, but that's like the hypocrisy of religion, because even when Bronwyn challenged her, she said, well, you say you've never seen my way as a mother work.
And she said, well, it had, yeah.
Look how you mothered me and look what happened. And again, within religion, you put your husband first, even when she went on to say, you care more about dad's position in the church and how it would make him look versus what we were going on. If like, I can see if they were secular people, like how my family's secular, in the way of my sister was a child, and my sister had a baby, got pregnant in her teenage years, going to the chop shop.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. And if you're not going to the chop shop, then you're going to do the baby shower and all those things. You're religious. So y'all definitely not going to the chop shop, but then you're also going to make it a goal to make
snip. Abort mission.
When someone gets pregnant, what you think?
Oh,
yeah, the chop shop.
Oh,
chop shop.
Okay.
Oh, you getting split. Oh, you getting that's getting melted. Oh, meltdown. That's what that's called. A meltdown.
I'm sitting here like that at the damn salon.
No, not that kind of chop.
No,
baby,
but I'm saying,
chop.
so if you're religious, right? So if you're religious, you already know that you're not going to the chop shop. So if you know that in the baby, you're going to bring this baby into the world, and your daughter is going through all these emotional things, and you rather put your husband, who is a grown man that should know how to defend his family no matter what's going on, you put your daughter through that. I don't know how Bronwyn has a relationship with her.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's.
And you can still, because you know why
I don't like that.
You know why? Because she still has that little part. There's that little inkling that's still the little girl who's still seeking the approval from my mom, because that's still important. Because now I'm a mom, and now that has transpired. As much as crazy as it sounds, crazier things has happened. But because there's still a little part that still doesn't want to be a disappointment. You're literally sitting in my $1 million home right now on my custom couch right now and kicking me in my back and telling me about my parenting. When my daughter done graduated, she's going off to college. She's a great student, everything. But you're still going back to this little incident that I had. Yes, I made a mistake. I wouldn't want it for my kid, which is why we're doing things a little differently now. Because again, no thanks to you. And I was so happy when Bronwyn said that. No thanks to you, because look how I came out. And not for nothing, you didn't do a good job. So sorry if I'm getting a little aggressive, but you didn't do a good job. People like to count you out. And I'm happy for Bronwyn that you came out on top. You have a great child. Your daughter ended up turning out amazing, and you have an amazing life. Unfortunately, it took years for you to get there, but you still made it. Muzzy.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have none of that if it wasn't for Todd.
So you see what I'm saying? As soon as she said
And
that,
who is Todd?
but you see what I'm saying? And honestly, right after this scene, I'm telling you right now, Bronwyn, I want you to do look in the camera, come closer. I want you to do some serious evaluation of your family home. Number one, you need to stop paying the medical on your father's care. He don't remember nothing anyway. Have your sisters that they love so much take care of him, since they love them so bad. Have your mother, who loves your other sisters so much, have them move in with them, since she can't stand.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to the last scene because I feel like this scene is a bit too personal for you, Miss Lady. So we move on to the final scene of the episode, which is Meredith and Angie.
She was a
meeting up.
teenage mother too, child.
I know.
I ain't like that shit.
We get up to the last scene, which is Meredith and Angie meeting up for coffee or tea or whatever they so choose. As soon as I saw that they was meeting up, I was saying to myself, what is this scene about to be about? I know they don't have beef right now, but historically, Meredith and Angie have never been close by any means. So then we get to the nitty gritty where Angie is basically there to inform Meredith that Lisa was behind her back trying to get Angie to look up information on her, yada, yada, yada. Angie annoyed me in this moment because my thing is that I don't know how you try to get close to somebody or try to be cool with somebody by dogging a friend. And what makes you think Meredith is going to buy anything that you're selling, considering y'all history? Like, none of it made sense to me. It was just, like, sloppy. If you're trying to be messy, like, it just wasn't working.
Exactly. This is when Angie lost. From all the things that we said previous through this entire episode, when Angie was winning, this is when she lost. We've always said, listen, if we ain't cool no more, we ain't cool. But you talking and telling my tea on how I was talking about old girl when we was cool and now we not. You get no points for that, Angie. That was corny. And to your point, Jared, y'all have never been cool. Meredith really can't stand you. Let's be real. It's really Meredith that can't stand Angie. It's not Angie for Meredith. That's what it comes down to. So you telling her that, she's looking like, girl, I really don't believe this. I believe Lisa could kick my back in because we've seen her and Lisa go to blows. But you telling me this doesn't make me hate Lisa more.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't like it. Friend.
You
I don't have anything for this.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's it.
Okay. All right. That's
All
it.
right.
That's all.
Well, I know. I can't believe he wasted all his energy defending Stephanie the other night. Now he got nothing left. All tuckered out. Well, anyway, since we're done, let's move on to our favorite segment.
Just calm down, girl. Just calm down.
Friends.
I'm going to go with Angie actually, just solely based off of this last scene. I have come to really enjoy Angie as a housewife of Salt Lake City. Angie is almost up there with Mary. I feel like as far as her trajectory from her first experience on the show to where she is now, but this whole situation with her trying to pit Meredith and Lisa against each other, I just think is foolish. And I think it's sloppy. And Angie, you can do better. So you need to calm down this week, sweetie.
It's fair.
Mine is going to be Bronwyn, and I'm choosing Bronwyn because I need her to understand the position she holds in her life and understand that she is no longer needing to be under the thumb of her mother and understanding that she actually holds a position of power. And based off of what we've learned and understood from their relationship and what continues to go on, she should be groveling. She should be really being a different type of person with you. And I feel like because you have not tried to change the dynamic of that relationship, why would she try to change it? The dynamic currently benefits her.
Yeah.
And it looks like you can't even have a conversation without you getting super emotional because the bitch ain't changing. So it's time for you to change, Bronwyn.
Yeah. Agreed. Oh, that was actually good. Well, the segue, y'all already know who I'm telling to calm down. It's the number one. Big M. Muzz. Muzz. Your brows, that nasty eye makeup that you wear, that nasty attitude, and that wicked spirit is only going to bring you straight to hell. You are the nastiest person that I've ever seen grace the TV on Bravo TV. I honestly hope that Bronwyn sues you for neglect, honestly, as how you treated her as a child. And I hope that your clothes and all of your belongings are outside of the home, and I hope that we never see you on TV again. You need to calm down, and I hope that type of mothering never finds me or in generations to come of anybody I produce. Muzzy, you need to calm down.
Ooh, that was biting, Danielle. That was rough.
I
I
wonder if they're
cut
gonna
deep.
invite. I wonder if they're gonna invite Buzzy to the reunion.
I hope
Ah,
not, y'all.
child, you ready to get my own segment?
I don't know. This may be the show that has had like the worst mothers because Monica's mother was bad too.
Oh,
Oh
Monica's mother was
yeah,
nasty.
LD.
I thought she was bad. Monica,
I forgot about her.
Monica's mother was
Ooh.
bad. Remember Whitney's mom was terrible. Remember she
Mm.
had a relationship with the father, and even
hmm
her parents were incognito. Yeah, don't none of them got parents in Salt Lake. So I guess the views are great. Parenting's not.
Well, in the name
Sorry,
of all the
guys.
parent, in the name of all the parents, good, bad, and ugly. That's our episode this week, everybody. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Especially you commenters that leave the dissertations. We love that. We love to read it. We love to see it. We'll see you later on
We
this
do.
week
Yeah, we do.
for we'll see you later on this week for part 2 of the Real Housewives of Miami reunion. Until then, have a good night and peace out.
And don't hang yourself.
Peace. Right. Like, what was that? What?
I smacked my cord. I smacked my cord.